The small and medium enterprise sector is the backbone of major developed economies, as well as important contributors to employment, economic and export growth. Now, in South Africa, SMEs account for 91% of businesses, 60% of employment, and contribute 52% of the total GDP. But in Nigeria, SMEs contribute 48% of national GDP, account for 96% of businesses, and 84% of employment. Now, despite the significant contribution of SMEs to the Nigerian economy, challenges still persist that hinder the growth and development of the sector. Now, we have two entrepreneurs in the house to talk to us about their journey and how they have surmounted these challenges. And both of them are actually husband and wife. And we have Adora and Aaron James Yaro in the studio with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Daybreak Extra.
Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, so now I believe you're both graduates, right? Why entrepreneurship? Why not, look for a white-collar job out there? Let's start with Adora.
Okay, I actually started with a white-collar job after graduation. But along the line, I had started thinking, okay, how do I get an extra source of income? And of course, it's kind of difficult to work two jobs in Nigeria, except if they are timed differently. But I felt business was like the next best option to actually have an extra source of income. So I started thinking, what would I start selling or buying? Because I had never sold anything in my life before now. I hadn't even sold anything as little as a pen, So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I start doing some research because of my the nature of the job I worked before now. I was exposed to a whole lot of sectors, because we operate in Kano, so I was exposed to a whole lot of sectors, agriculture, health, as the case may be. But I got attracted to the agricultural sector because it was familiar, because I studied agricultural economics in the university. So I felt, okay, what can I do? And I'm in a state where it's one of the highest. It's one of the top states when it comes to agriculture in Nigeria. That's Kano State. So I started thinking, how do I exploit this opportunity being in Kano? What are the produce that are common in Kano? And then I started thinking in the line of tomatoes, having dialogued with some tomato farmers in Kano and understood their challenges, had foreknowledge of their challenges. So that was just the inspiration behind getting into that.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Okay, good morning once more.
Good morning.
Well, for me, entrepreneurship had always been like a thing for me from day one. I actually started it as just doing it for fun. I was making clothes for myself, making shoes for myself, and I just loved anything that had to do with fashion, anything that had to do with looking good. So at some point, I told myself, why can't I spread it out and start making money from it? Why should I just be making things for myself? Why can't I make money from it? So I decided to go public with it. I decided to start making for my friends. I started for my friends, and I realized it's actually lucrative. Like you make 10,000, 20,000 way back from NYC. I started, with making clothes. I started making shirts, I started making suits for people. Then at some point I realized, well, why not do something different that people don't normally do? So I started going to shoemaking. So I'm also in a white collar job. I work in an organization as well. But just like she said, Nigeria, the economy, we need 10 sources of income. So it's just an eye opener, and it makes you realize that, wow, when something happens, like the days of COVID, when there are no businesses, nothing was moving. And then, so the little salaries you get here and then will definitely help you. So that's actually my, why I actually went into entrepreneurship, just to have second means of income.
All right, so first of all, before I start, you're the first couple that we're having on Daybreak Extra. Yeah, so yeah, actually the first couple we're having. And so both of you, you're your own bosses, yeah? Yeah, you go to your place, you're your boss. You go, your boss. and then you come back home, and then we have 2 bosses. So how does that dynamic play out? Really, when you look at it, traditionally, whoever brings the bacon actually runs the show. Both of you are bringing in the bacon. So how does it go? Let's talk to.
This marriage thing is just all about understanding.
Okay.
So she's actually a boss in her place. I'm a boss in my own place as well. So, but when we get back home, everybody is just a level playing ground. No one says I'm the boss. So I'm the boss. No. We don't do that. So, but of course, definitely, there are times that the bossiness in you wants to come out. This, you just want to show yourself.
Exactly.
But at some point, you have to tell the other person, calm down. Just calm down.
So you sort of keep each other in check.
Yes, just to make sure we're in check. That's how it works.
Okay, so you talked about being into tomato business. How is that going so far, Dora?
It's a lot, actually. It's a lot because
So first of all, you're competing with Dangote.
Imagine, just look at that. Okay. It's a lot because I'm still an SME, right? I'm still coming up. So basically, most of our production procedures are not so automated right now. We rely on just basic local processing equipment to get through. So the work is intense, really intense, And at first, when we started, because it took some research work to get the job done. So when we started, we encountered so many challenges, like some of our products were spoiling and a whole lot of things. So we had to go back to the drawing board to figure out what we're doing, because our products are 100% natural. We're not adding any preservatives, no coloring, no starch, no nothing. It is what you see, your normal fresh tomatoes that you buy in the market. You get it home, you process it. That's exactly what we give you. All right. So it's kind of challenging because of the procedure involved and the fact that we don't have all the necessary equipment that we need to get that place running as a fully automated unit. But then we're trying. We're trying.
Okay. Let me pass the question to Mr. Yaro. Now, you said you're into shoemaking, and from what I see, it's not the usual shoes that I see a lot of shoemakers actually make. It's like you're more into luxury designs. So why did you actually decide to go into luxury designs, and how is that going for you? How is that working for you?
The thing is, I think what she's trying to say is there's people like me who will feel alienated.
Exactly.
by the classiness of your shoes, which means the classier, the more expensive.
They don't look Nigerian
you understand?
made.
So there are lots of people like me that might feel alienated. That, okay, you have already decided that these are the people that I'm targeting.
The bourgeoisie.
Exactly, and we, the normal people, are just left there and not being catered for.
Okay, just a point of correction. You are not in that kid. You are amongst my class of
my
target
You
customer.
you say that now. You say that now.
Actually, when I started with just normal shoes for friends, like I said, for friends, But I realized the more and the kind of place I work, I get to meet a lot of people. I get to meet a lot of classy people. So when you show them certain, quality of shoes, they look at you. I'm not sure I like this. Quality is not too good, because you don't want to do something too expensive and then people will not buy. So I try as much as possible to make it very, very affordable. But I realized being affordable, the customers are there. But I wanted to expand. And if you're coming to a space like Abuja, like Lagos, like Port Harcourt, you need to deliver a quality that stands out. And I also follow a lot of shoemakers. I see what they do. So I just want to improve, make my brand, stand out internationally, locally. So that's why I decided to move towards luxury, because I realized a lot of people just, I'm very sure you have one luxury shoe that you keep. in your wardrobe, hiding it.
That's not.
You wear it only on Sundays.
It's in the trunk. It's actually
Still in the box.
Exactly. It's still
So
there.
I know each and every person always has a special shoe. Okay, I want to have one Christmas shoe I only wear on special occasions. So I try to make those kind of shoes. Those kind of shoes are okay. I want to wear this once in a while. It's very special shoes. So that when you go out, someone will look at you, wow. And the kind of market I'm getting, like a whole lot of my customers are in Lagos, Abuja. Then a few, Kaduna, Kano, because here Abuja is an urban area. It's really urban. So, and to be honest, when I come here and I see people, I just smile. When I see the likes of you and a lot of people, I just smile. I know that these are my customers. I'm going to eat your money, definitely.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I was thinking, what I want to ask is, are there any plans for maybe not like a separate brand, but a segmentation of your clientele? For example, now you say you have the luxury brand, and then you can have you can have another one for for the guys.
Yes. I actually have that. I actually plan on doing that.
Okay.
I have plans of making like very low quality shoe, not like very low quality.
No, not low quality. Don't talking about quality, the price.
Yeah, because now the thing is, the price is being determined by the material that I use. It's like you sewing your clothes. There are different prices. There are some materials are per yard is 1,000 naira, per yard 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So it just depends on that. So when someone should price me low, I'll explain to you. Okay, you want to price me low? This is the material I'll use for you. So, for example, if I say my shoe is 25,000, 30,000, I'm like, I can't afford it. And then you're like, I have 15,000. Then I'll show you, okay, for 15,000, this is what you can get.
I have 5,000.
Stop this. Why you like this?
I have 5,000.
No, of course. Most of our things most of our materials, to be honest, they're imported. Most of our fabrics.
So you can't cut 5,000 naira shoe for me.
5,000. 5,000 can't even buy you the
No,
soap.
then we'll discuss. We'll discuss
now,
after the show.
Now, you know how Nigeria is. You know how we are. When you hear that, some shoes, let me use the shoes. The shoes are expensive and are made in Nigeria. They tend to boycott it. How challenging has that been for you?
Well, it's not really challenging for you because Nigeria has actually grown. The fashion industry has grown a lot. When you watch TV, watch movies, you see the likes of D'banj, Ebuka. You see them. They wear custom-made things. All their shoes are handmade. So I think the era of handmade products being looked down on has passed. It was way back when I first started that people were like, okay, it's handmade shoes. Then I'll be panicking. I'm trying to explain to you, this is how, but at this point, I've gotten to that level that when I tell you, in fact, I even feel proud telling you these shoes are handmade.
I think it has to be with a certain reawakening that's actually happening, because back then we knew even foreign shoes or foreign things which were handmade ones are more expensive. You understand? They'll tell you that this is handcrafted. You have watches that they'll say, oh, this is handcrafted, and that means it is more expensive. So I think it's like a reawakening now that we're getting to be to appreciate handmade things, because it's. But we'll still talk about that 5,000 naira. So let me ask you now. I mean, like, you sell tomatoes.
Yeah.
And so how's it been? How financially rewarding has it been? Because just like you pointed out, you are in competition with Dangote. That's your competition. You understand? Exactly. So how financially rewarding has that been?
Yeah, well, what we do is value addition. And then our ultimate goal is to actually provide convenience to everybody that cooks or likes to make their own homemade meals. So with that, you get, you fix a price for the value that you give. And then the size or the quantity of that thing that you call valuable also matters, also is a factor in determining the price that you would also use to get your own value as an entrepreneur in return. So that brings me to the sizing of my own product and, of course, the value I'm trying to create. The sizes, the packaging of my products are glass jars, and then they are, I think an average weight of the tomato paste is 1.2 kg per jar, right? So when you get that in one jar alone, you can use it like up to 3 to 4 times, depending on what you're cooking. Now imagine if you're paying 1,002, 1,003, 1,045 for this 1.2 kg of tomato paste, and you get to use like 3 to 4 times. Think about it. You spend money, you go to the market, transport, right? You get to the market, you have to get the tomatoes. When you get home, by the time you cook everything, it shrinks. It probably doesn't give you the quantity that you need, and you probably use it once and you're done with it. But with this, once you just use, you close, you keep it in your fridge, you refrigerate, and then you're using your tomato paste and using it to the point that you even get tired of it. So I've given you good value and taking off that stress of, oh, I want to run under the sun or in the rain, you know, to get to the market and all of that. Easy convenience. And for that, I get my own reward as an entrepreneur. So yes.
Why do I get the feeling that this is going to be really, really expensive?
All right. So what preservative, you know, methods do you use?
Yeah, it's just basic science. It's just basic science. When you have a wet food product and you close it tightly in a way that air doesn't penetrate for bacteria to grow, that thing can stay for years. That is just the basic thing. So
there's no preservative.
There is no preservative. So what we do is hot feeling. When you feel when it's hot, you close, you know, tight, and air doesn't get in. Your product is good to go. These are the things that our mothers even practiced in ancient times. When those days when there were no refrigerators or there was just in very limited quantity, just few families could afford it. They would put this thing, you know, some would even use candle wax to make sure that so that is just the science behind it.
All right, now to Ibrahim's question, how much does a jar go for? Like, and do you just do tomatoes? What about I think you also have pepper mix and all. So tell us about it, and also how much a jar. He wants to know because he wants to buy tomatoes.
Yes, I want to know so that I can be able to negotiate very well.
It's very tomato paste 1.2 kg jar. It costs 1,500 naira only, right? And then I have the pepper and onion mixed paste. It's 1,000 naira, but that is a smaller jar. It's 700 gram. And then I have the tomato and tatashe mixed paste. That goes for 1,800 naira. And then I have the mixed pepper paste. That goes for 1,000 naira.
No, we'll negotiate. I have to beat that price.
Why do you always want to negotiate?
500 naira. You want to buy it for 500?
No, we're still that 5,000 naira shoe. We're still discussing it. Let's move away from the business part of it. Just like I said, you guys are the first couple that we're having on Daybreak Extra, so I have to, you know, and I have to explore the relationship aspect of the whole situation. So we have big boss man, and we have boss lady, right? So you guys run very time-consuming businesses. You have to run yours. You have to make sure the numbers stick. You have to do deliveries. All these things you have to, you know. How do you make time out for each other? You know, how do you keep that fire burning? You know. Bossman, no, I'm there. I want to hear from Bossman.
It's not too difficult. Like mine, for example, my own business. Like I said, I've been doing it for like 10 years. So I don't do it manually. I don't do it myself. I have boys that do it for me. So all I need to do is that she keeps complaining that I'm always on my phone. Because my phone, that is where the business is, to be honest.
You're reporting me on TV.
I'm reporting you. So, you know, she always complains on my phone because the business, everything now has gone digital, has gone online. So I have to be on my phone. My boys are in Lagos. I have to tell them, do this like this, because I tell them what to do. Make it this design, make this sole like this, make this color like this batch, turn it this way, do it this way. So you have to be communicating with them constantly. Some people's legs are really fat. So you have to tell them, this guy's leg is elephant. You have to, you know, specify this guy. Sometimes she laughs when she hears me, you know, talking to them on phone. Elephant leg, you know. So mine isn't really that. It's just the only aspect is just the fact that I have to be on my phone. So of course we always have time for ourselves. Her own work at the same time is actually seasonal. So like for now, I think this is the season. So she's always very busy. So, but she comes back late sometimes. Sometimes I come back from the office. I wait for her. She's not back. I check the time. How is this woman? And her work is really stressed. Sometimes I pity her. I'm like.
Yeah, but the good thing is you understand.
Yeah, of
being
course.
An entrepreneur yourself.
So I'm like, this job is too difficult. Are you sure you stop this thing? Would you come back home and stay? Because sometimes, you know, it's really for now. It's really manual. Pending when, you know, the whole business grows and then we have all the equipment. You know, so for now because she has to be there, she has to do it herself because it's not something she can tell someone do it. Because like she said, you have to the environment has to be clear of germs. It has to be airtight. So sometimes she has to do it herself. Because if she leaves it for someone to do it, they might actually, just get it wrong. And then you supply goods to someone, and then someone will be like, these are tomatoes, they are spoiled, this, that. So it's a bit challenging actually, but of course we are actually working it out.
Okay, so boss man needs his quality time. So madam, you should.
Okay, so does considering that your product is an edible, product, does it have NAFDAC certification?
Yeah, we're actually working on it. We've entered the process for it. We've submitted all the documents that are required online. Yes, so we are hoping to get an inspection date soon so that they can come assess the facility and what we do, and hopefully we get NAFDAC. But definitely, it's our target. It's in the pipeline. Yeah.
All right. So for you, what advice do you have for people who compromise on quality? I can actually see some of the shoes here.
Yes. Okay.
I need to feel it to know. 5,000.
No. This is not.
You don't want to touch it.
This is not 5,000 naira.
Feel it.
This is not 5,000 naira.
Yes. So, what advice do you have, for people who, compromise on quality? This is quite.
It's sturdy.
Solid.
Yeah.
It is actually solid.
Very sturdy.
Well, all I have to say is, like he said, it's good to always, have a market segmentation. The people who can afford it, who can afford much, and the people that, can actually do it. But all I can say is, it's always good to get something that has a very high quality. If you buy something that only lasts you for 1 year, and then you throw it. These are shoes that, for example, the shoe I'm wearing this for 3-4 years. So if you want to wear something for long, just close your eyes. If instead of you buying a shoe of 5,000, just add up and you use it for 1 year. Why not buy a shoe of, let's say, 15,000 and then use it for 4 years? Because you end up buying more and more and more and more. So I think I would just advise people to always go for quality. You don't have to have the quality shoes all over your drawers. Just have 1 or 2. They can have normal shoes you can always use around.
Okay, so have you gotten any negative review on your
yes,
product?
Of course.
And how did you handle it?
Well, I see every negative feedback as an
opportunity for improvement,
like a catalyst for me. So I even always, I have to tell people, please, I need your feedback. As soon as I send a shoe to someone whom I know that I've never really sent any shoes, I'll be like, please, I need your feedback. Of course, you get negative feedback sometimes. This is a shoe, it's like this, it's like that. I'm like, sorry, next time I'll make some. Some will tell you, okay, why not do it this way? Why not do? So, such feedbacks over time, brought me to where I am. Because my shoes were not like this. If I show you my shoes like 7 years ago, so when I look at those shoes, I'm like, did I really make this shoes? I'm like, did I really make this? And how were my friends? No wonder my friends were not even wearing these shoes. So over time, criticisms you have to make use of. This material is not good, though. It's not nice. I'm like, okay, I'll improve. So every single day, I sit down, I research, I check other shoemakers, what they're doing, other vendors, international vendors, and I try to depict what they do, and going forward.
Ibrahim, this is for you. Hold on. Now let's talk about gender.
Okay.
Why do you make shoes for men only? Do you intend to branch out, for the other
Let me
gender?
answer that question.
Why?
Because I've been begging him for one shoe for the past 4 years.
Can you imagine?
So you're not reporting me? You're reporting me? Okay. Oh well, I actually make for ladies as well. I do. I make female shoes, but I really focus on male shoes. One, the reason is, to be honest, female things are a bit cheap in the market. And if I say I want to, there's some ladies that when I tell them this, they just feel offended. I'm like, what are you saying? Do you know who I am? Do you know how much I earn? How can you tell me female things are cheap? I'm like, yeah, people like you, I can do for you. I can produce for you. But there's so many women out there. You can go out to the market, and then a lady can buy shoes for 6,000-7,000, right? You can get a shoe for 7,000. I don't think if a man can get a shoe for 8,000, 7,000 in the market.
Well, it depends on what kind of shoe you're
Yeah, it depends. Like I said, let's say like very nice shoe, but female shoes are really nice, and you get them for 7,000. So I just realized if I make for ladies and I put that price tag, and funny enough, my cost of production is almost the same thing.
Okay.
So even when I start charging a lady, I say, okay, your shoes 25, 30,000. I'm like, no, it's not possible now. This shoe can buy me like 10 shoes. So those kind of things. So I just make a lot, but I do mostly have shoes. For example, maybe for couples, like, okay, please, I want to rhyme with my wife. Can you make this for me? Okay, no problem. Do you want me to write your name on the? I can write your name, or I can use monogram to write your name. Okay, wifey, hobby. I actually do that a lot, but I don't really do much of female or maybe if I get a request, maybe from the husbands, because that's what happens. Because when you buy 2-3 shoes for yourself, the wife will not be like, okay, she not look at
Nobody
you.
needs to tell you.
Yeah, she not look at you. Okay, so you're not going to buy shoes. So they'll now call me, guy, please help me do one.
Exactly.
So I'll just send you. I make sneakers too for ladies. So that's really nice sneakers I make. So I'm like, okay, I'll make a half shoe for her with sneakers. Do you like this? So that's what I do mostly.
So you see, it's a business decision.
Yes.
Not really. No, not
gender based.
Yes, not gender based.
Okay.
No, I just want to buttress that fact so that you can understand where he's coming from.
All right, so now let's talk about Adora. Now, what advice do you have for, people out there still waiting for a white-collar job?
Well, the truth is, everybody's story cannot be the same. Some people would actually excel on a white-collar job. Some people would excel being entrepreneurs. Some people would excel doing both. So my advice to anyone out there is, if you have an opportunity to actually start something, don't wait, just start it. Regardless, you can still chase your white-collar vision, as it comes or as it goes, however way.
Sorry,
right?
it seems you're joking.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
Thank you. But whatever whatever, like the Bible says, whatever your hands find doing, do it with all your might. You get, so just do it, whatever it is, but not anything fraudulent, not anything that will land you into problems or cause others pain. You get, but whatever idea you think you have, start by writing it down. Write it down. As you write it down, it gets clearer. Ask questions, check online, talk to people who are in the sector as well, to get enough information from them and what you can in order to start what you can.
Okay.
That's it.
Now, Aaron, let's see. Where do you see your brand in the next 5 years?
Wow. Next 5 years, I see myself at the peak of my business. I see my brand going international. That's the truth. I see myself, having a lot of equipment that that stand out, because I see other shoemakers, other cobblers, them Gucci, them Louis Vuittons, and those are multi-billion dollar companies, and that's because they have a lot of machines, a lot of tools to actually facilitate their works. So 5 years from now, I see myself acquiring those tools that will make my brand stand out. That's the honest truth. And I see myself improving from wherever I am right now, because I'm very sure this is not the end. I hope to make shoes that even Gucci will look at and say, wow, these are.
And hopefully you won't become too expensive for Ibrahim.
He's already too expensive for me. I'm giving up now. I've already given up. So just on a final note, you said you made mention you have boys that actually do this thing for you, and you don't do it anymore. Now you're a boss man. You just chill. Money keeps rolling in, and that's that. Is there any client or is there any situation that might compel you to go back into the trenches? I mean, like every once in a while, do you say, okay, Kai, I haven't made a shoe in a very long time. Let me just do this for this person.
Well, whenever I go to Lagos, she knows, whenever I go to Lagos, I spend like the entire day there with them. I don't really have to make it myself. All I need to do I'm just the creative director. That's what I do.
So it's made in Lagos and not Kano?
No, they're made in Lagos. I used to make some, but it depends. For example, if I have clients in Kano, I have some people in Kano who make those, but the thing is that Lagos is a hub. Lagos has a port. So the materials we get from Lagos, they are really, you can't compare those materials with the ones we get in Kano. And for example, someone will come and say, okay, I want a shoe, can you do it in 5 days? So if I think about the stress of sending, getting material from Lagos, most of my materials, to be honest, are in Lagos, because the market there is really big. So what happens is I just have to to make sure that the client, wherever my clients are, they get what they are supposed to get at the right time, so as to to avoid delay. So that's what I do basically.
Okay, I think with that, would like to thank you so much, for accepting our invitation to come in, today on a Daybreak. Thank you so much. It was actually fun. Should we call you the entrepreneurial power couple? Should we call them that? Thank you so much, Dora and Aaron Yaro, for being on the show today.
Thank you,
and
for
wish you
having
all
us.
the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you.